Hello there. Today we're going to make a cardinal. Isn't that adorable? You're going to need 3 colors of paper. You're going to need red, you're going to need black, and then you're going to need orange or yellow. You need 2 circles. I'm using a 1.5 inch circle for the body and a 1 inch circle for the, I almost said sleeve, for the wing, for the arm wing. For the butt feathers, I'm using a 5-petal flower. And then for the face, I pulled out 3 different punches. I have this sun, and I have a 5-petal flower, and I also have a star. You could use any of those, anything like that. So on this one, I did use the star, or the sun rather, and I just cut it in half. So I've still got the other half left. And I also punched the 5-petal flower out. So far. So let's go ahead and make one. All right, so first you're gonna need a big circle. So you need the 1.5 inch circle, okay? And then you're gonna need, excuse me, the 1 inch circle. All right, then you're gonna need a 5-petal flower. There you go. That's what you need for the body, okay? So for the body, then, as you can see, look what I did. I just cut this part off of the top of the body. So let's do that. Let's just cut a piece off. There you go. We now have the body. Okay, so there's the body. This one was a little bit smaller than that. Doesn't really matter. Okay, for the 1 inch circle, we're going to cut a moon shape off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 1 inch circle and we're going to pop it back in here and push it all the way in until I can't push it in anymore with my finger. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And that's going to make my wing, and then out comes the moon. Okay, so there's my wing. Here's my tail feathers. Okay, to make this stand out, I think we're going to do this one so that he's looking the other direction. So we're going to do it this way this time. So I have a dry erase marker. You can use whatever. If you've got daubers, you can use that and some black ink. You can use a pen and do stitching around it if you want to. I've been going through this box of dry erase markers because I've got them. And I'm just putting some black color around the outer edges just to make it stand out a little bit more, because when you put tone on tone, it's hard to see. But when you put the black around it, it looks much better. It shows off. So let's go ahead and do this. The body. There we go. And the body's going to go this way. Okay. And then the wings. We just need to do around 3 wings. There's 1, 2, and 3. And I'm not concerned about going all the way on the inside. That's not necessary. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to put glue on the 2 flower petals that we didn't put ink on. And we're going to slide this right underneath here, kind of so that the top back is lined up with the top of this petal, of the second petal, okay? Like this. All right, then we're going to put the wing on, and we're going to 3D the wing on. I just got a piece of scrap fun foam that I'm going to use. I like to recycle when I can. If I've got a piece laying there, which I did, may as well use it. Alrighty. That looks good. Okay. It's a little bit higher than this one, but that's okay. No bird is the same. All right, so now we need this part. Now this one, you could use a 5 leaf flower, and you can either cut the 2 pieces off, or you could just fold it right under, and then watch what happens. Isn't that pretty? I need to glue that better. So you can make it darker. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one just for fun. Why not? Because they don't all have to be the same, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and put some glue on this. And I'm going to fold the 2 under, the 3 over, and you want the head to be a point. Okay, this needs to be moved over. There. Now we can put this back on there. Voila. All right. There. So that's the face. That's a big, fat, poofy face. All right. Then we need a little beak. So, and to do the beak, you just need a little strip. And we're just going to cut it. Just kind of round the outer edge out. But make it come to a slight point. There, like that. Whoops. That's a little bit more pointy than I wanted it. There, that's better. And I'll bring it up closer to show you. And then that's going to go right here. Alrighty. I think that's a little wide, so let's trim that down. That looks better. Yep. All right. So I just have to trim that other side off so it's much better. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and put some glue on there. And bring this on over and slide it on where we want it to go. How about right there? That looks good to me. Don't need it that big. That big. That looks better. Okay. Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to add a piece of double stick tape to cover this and the bottom of the tail. So see, because we want to cover this on to make it sturdy, to make sure it doesn't fall off, and we want to attach it to the feathers also. And I'll turn it back over just so you can see. Isn't that fun? So we want a piece that's big enough to go across the whole back. So that looks about the size. If it's too big, we can trim it. And then I'm just going to make sure that I put it on here. Oh, that was perfect. And then just go ahead and press it down. And double stick tape, that means we can just peel this off later and we can use it to adhere to a project that we're making. All right, then all we need is an eyeball. And for that, I just used a white Sharpie and just draw a circle. Ta-da! How easy peasy is that? So let me bring both of them up and you can see either one. Aren't they fun? So see the faces? It doesn't matter what you use for the face. Alrighty. You could even just do a small circle and then just use decals and cut around the edge too. That would work too. So, all right, so let's go ahead and make another one. So again, do you remember how we do that? How we're doing this? We're going to cut the circle, the big 1.5 inch circle. We're going to cut the top portion off. Okay, going to go around the outer edge. There. Then we're going to cut a 1 inch circle. We're going to take it and we're going to drop it back in and push it in until I can't push it anymore with my finger. Oop, I pushed it a little bit too far. Oh, come on, Barbara. Okay, try this again. Okay, put it in and then just push it in gently until you can't push it any farther. And then just go ahead and snip it out and drop the piece down. And there's your little moon shape. And that leaves you a leaf shape. Come on, for the wing. All right, and we're going to do another one, go on this side and use this piece that I didn't use last time. So again, we're going to take the marker and go around the outer edge. Go around the outer edge. There we go. That's ready. We're going to need the 5-petal leaf flower, or 5-petal flower rather. We're going to color around the edges of 3. 1, 2, come on, and 3. There we go. All right, then we're going to put glue on the 2 petals that don't have the black on it. There we go. Then we're going to, and we want it to go like this one, okay. So then we're going to take this and we're going to put the butt, line it up with this petal here, and kind of make this point towards the center between these 2 petals right here. So let me show you. So see, so we slid it on right here and cover these two up and making this point kind of point up to there. Okay. All right, so we've got that done. We've got to get the face on. So let's go ahead and get some glue on the back of this. I want to use my glue stick. There it is. Alrighty. We're going to turn it around. We're going to put the face on here. There we go. We're going to do 3D, the wings. So turn that over, get some 3D foam. And put that on there. There, turn that over. Put that wing on. Alrighty. Then all we need is a beak and the eye. So let's do the eye. There's the little eye. Then we just need a little beak. So we're going to cut another piece off. That's much better. Trim a little, just kind of round that outer edge out. Bring it to somewhat of a peak. Put a little glue on there. And you want it to be long enough so that you can tuck it in behind, because you want it to stay on there. You don't want it to fall off. All right, so then we're going to put this beak on, and you just want it poking out just a wee little bit there. So see how little bit? And all my beaks look different, and that's okay. That's part of crafting. Okay, we're going to turn it over and put some double stick tape on the back. And just put it there and up there. Alrighty. There we go. Ta-da! We now have 3 birds made. Aren't they adorable? I think they came out so cute. All right, so let me bring that up and I'll show you a close-up of them. And again, if you've got a star, you can use a star, or you can use a different type of flower. Just look at the pieces and see what you have. See, I looked at that and I thought, well, that would be good. And that's why I'm saying, see, you could even just have a circle and just use your decals and cut around to make it look kind of furry. I think that's kind of cool. So there you go. I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.